In the next example, I'll show you how to iterate over the output of a command. I'm creating a new script. Using a for loop, I'll display the contents of each text file in the current directory. So for item in /**, it's possible to use wildcards for the list elements, and in this example, /** means any file in the current directory. The current directory is the single dot. Do and done. Now I want to test if the variable called item is a regular file. So if double square brackets -f $item. The condition will return true if $item is a regular file. And the if block of code will be echo, displaying the contents of $item. Sleep1 and cat $item. And for readability, I'll add a few dashes at the end of each iteration. Let's run the script. It's displaying the contents of all files in the current directory. We are almost done. In the next example, the script will rename all files with the .txt extension in the current directory by inserting a custom string at the beginning of the file name. So I'm creating a new file called rename files.sh. For file in star.txt, that means all txt files in the current working directory. Do and done. And between do and done, I'll rename the file. So mv $file, the old name, and now the new name. Let's say renamed by script underline dot file. So in fact, I'm inserting this string in front of the file name. I'm saving and running it. This is the contents of the working directory. There are a few txt files there, and I'm running the script. And the files were renamed. Let's move on to the next example. It is possible to use command substitution to generate the list in a for loop. I'm creating a new script. So numbers equals and a series of numbers 3, 5, 9, 10, and 68. And now for n in dollar and a pair of parentheses, this is command substitution, and the command will be echo $numbers. Semicolon do and done. You can also use for and do on the same line if you add a semicolon at the end of the list. And echo -n and in double quotes $n and a space. I'm printing the number at the current iteration with a space at the end. And -n will prevent it from adding a new line, so it will display all the numbers on a single line. I'm saving and running it. And you see the numbers. And finally, in the last example, I'll show you an alternate form of the for loop, which is similar to the one used in C++ or Java. However, this is not very common in Bash. So vim C style for loops. .sh. I'll write the script and then I'll explain it to you line by line. And I'm running it to see that it works. Great, it's working just fine. Let me explain to you what it does. The loop starts by initializing the temporary variable I with value 0, and before each iteration, it checks if I is less than or equal to 20. If that's true, it brings out the current value of I and increments the variable I by 1. This is the I++ part. When I is no longer less than or equal to 20, the loop terminates. Great, we are done for now. In this video, you've learned the syntax and how to use for loops. Now you can make your scripts execute the same block of code over and over again. We'll take a short break, and in the next video, we'll do a project. I find it really useful because the script we'll develop will be able to prevent your server from being hacked. I'll see you back in a moment.